All right, YouTube, we're back at the shop. Just want to make a quick video. This is a 71 Impala. My buddy just bought it. He got it for fairly cheap. It's just a roller, no interior, no motor, no tranny. Most of the trim is here. Needed a hood, needs a roof skin. Somebody, I don't know what the hell they did, but they decided to put some kind of roof skin on it and then put an inch and a half of Bondo around the front. Back there in the quarters is pretty bad. We're thinking that this car had a cloth top on it at one time. You can see A-pillars is rotted out. The car's in pretty rough shape, but like I said, he got it for cheap, so he wants to build it. So that brings me to the topic at hand. Pulled a 73 out of a field. It's been sitting in the field for 12 years that we know of. The guy who owns the car lot where the field is at, the field is behind the car lot. He stores all of his old junk cars and whatnots back there. He never wanted to sell the car. The car was actually candy red. It was hit right here a little bit. I guess maybe it got impounded and nobody ever came and claimed it. But we know that he's had a title for it and everything's a clean title car. People have been trying to buy it from him for at least 12 years. Like I said, never would sell it. You can see all of the candy paint is faded off the top, but it all was that red color. They said the car was actually in pretty good shape, pretty nice car. It's a 73 Caprice, true AC car, tilt wheel. The car was fairly complete. Like I said, it's been sitting in the field. It's a lot of rust on it. Good front bumper. It's just chrome is peeling. Got a lot of donk parts we'll be selling. Complete AC system out the car, factory. The tilt wheel will be for sale. All of the complete interior. It's dirty, it needs reupholstered, but everything is there. Door panels, sail panels, everything is there, complete. All of that will be for sale. But what the plan is, cut the A-pillars. These A-pillars got a little surface rust on them, nothing that can't be cleaned up, and little patches made if there's any holes going all the way through. It's an all original top, it's solid. We're gonna cut the A-pillars away from the body, cut the back sail panels and B-pillars out, replace the whole top on the 71 with this top. Everything else will be for sale. But I wanted to show you guys, when you take an old trim off of cars, it's a pain in the ass. The trim don't want to come out, but they got screws. They got screws in them. This back trim on this 73, you can see it. It has clips underneath there, but it also has screws, 4 screws. Now these screws are rusted in there. It's a pain in the ass to get them out. So what I do is I take my little air cut off with the thin disc on it, and I cut me a slot. You can see that right there. This is a Phillips head screw, if it'll focus. It's a Phillips head screw. I just cut me a notch through one of the Phillips head parts. Once you cut that notch through there, cut it nice and deep. Try to stay away from the trim as much as possible. You might nick it here and there, but try to stay away from it as much as possible, but get your notch as deep as you can. It's gonna get this screw hot as fuck. Excuse my language. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be able to back this screw out. Right now, I'm just using a little shorty cheap flathead screwdriver. Now, sometimes you run into this right here, if you guys can see. Let me get the camera to focus. I notched this one a little bit. I cut the trim just a little, but that can be cleaned up. But the camera ain't really wanting to focus. What happened was I cut it, and the daggone screw broke in half. That's kind of better. I guess you can see it a little bit, but the whole screw broke in half. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my cutoff wheel and just grind that down a little bit and do my best to stay away from the trim right here and just pop that off of there. But yeah, that's just a little trick, little technique I learned over the years dealing with these older cars. I wanted to show you guys what was going on, what we got going on at the shop. This rear bumper is actually really nice. Trunk is in decent shape. The trunk lock, somebody tore the trunk lock out, but it's got a little surface rust on it, but nothing that can't be fixed. These parts are so hard to come by. We got front and back windshields for sale. All of the door glass will be for sale. The doors are bad, rockers are bad, quarters are bad, but you know, we're trying to salvage everything we can to get some money back out of the car. But that's the little trick, little tip I got for you guys today. Appreciate you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.